Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine, and I want to apologize for the misleading and the deceit of my title. I haven't actually found a brand new logical fallacy. It's more of a offshoot of one of them, and that's the ad populum fallacy. Argumentum ad populum, or the popular appeal, or appeal to the majority. An example of that is, of course, at one point, the majority of people believed that gods ruled every aspect of our lives. And then another time in history, we believed that the sun revolved around the earth. And again, at another point in time in our history, we believed that the earth was flat, all because the majority of the people believed it was true. The fallacy I'm going to be talking about is not about the majority of people, but one type of person who has a fan base behind them. I'm going to coin it the celebrity fallacy. And it has been something that I have taken notice of for quite some time. I just haven't been able to talk about it, and I haven't been able to really put my thoughts into words. But here I am. Now, to explain what the celebrity fallacy actually is, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Now, the first example is from one Johnny Depp. Last year, Johnny Depp and his wife, Amber Heard, were in the news, and they were separating. The reason why is because Amber Heard claimed that Johnny Depp abused her, both physically and verbally. So what ended up happening, even though she had physical proof, as in pictures of the abuse, people immediately panned her. It's impossible. Johnny Depp couldn't possibly do something like that. We know him. He's done amazing things for charity. There's no possible way he could be that horrible of a person. We know this to be fact. Amber Heard is lying. Well, that's the celebrity fallacy right there. We don't want to believe that someone we look up to, someone that we've followed their career, someone that we enjoy watching work, we don't want to believe that someone we have put money into, time and effort, could be lying to us. But truth to the matter is, we don't know Johnny Depp. The only people who know Johnny Depp are the people who know Johnny Depp. We don't know how he is behind closed doors. His friends don't even know how he is behind closed doors. Only Amber Heard knows how he is behind closed doors. Now, the second example I have is Gwyneth Paltrow. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow has fallen by the wayside as stardom goes, but she still is someone that we know. It's a name that's well known. She ended up becoming part of this group called Goop, Goop, and they started off as a wellness-based website selling things like vitamins and jade eggs to stick into your vagina that'll help with your sexual prowess as women. These things are closer to snake oil than anything. It's vitamins and placebo effects. They also delve into organic fibers and things like that, and for makeup and clothing. I'll leave a link to Goop down below and you can see for yourself. Now, with Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow believes all of this wholeheartedly, and her fans do not call her out on it. Again, this is part of the celebrity fallacy. We don't want to believe that someone we idolize, someone that we want to be friends with, someone that we have put, as I said before, time into, are lying to us. We want to believe that they have the best intentions for us because they are just like us. There's no possible way Gwyneth Paltrow would lie to my face. If she says it, it must be true. Well, that's remarkably untrue. The closest thing we have to what Gwyneth Paltrow is selling is snake oil. But there are thousands upon thousands of people who still buy her products because they believe she's telling them the truth, that stress and exhaustion are what are really causing the downfall of their lives. Now, my third example, well, she is a celebrity in the fact that she is famous, but she's not an actress, she's not a radio personality, she's not even a television personality. She happens to be world-renowned author. She's written a series of books that everyone loves, and I'm not talking about J.K. Rowling and her latest tragedy on Twitter where she's been silent for the last couple of days. I am talking about Anne Rice. She brought us such amazing characters as Louis and Lestat and Armand. She brought us a witch series that incorporated more sex than I think the latest pornos have. But her celebrity is what is the problem. George Takei is also guilty of this example. Now, if you look at Anne Rice's Twitter, she seems to be a high school girl that is pissed off at her boyfriend because her boyfriend didn't take her to prom and instead decided to go hang out with the fellas. She's the epitome of a woman scorned. Her entire timeline is Donald Trump hate, and he needs to be impeached, and I can't believe he's doing this. And she shares her articles from Fox and CNN and Vox and Everyday Feminism. And when her fans just repeat her over and over and over again and take what she says as gospel, they are doing nothing but promoting this celebrity fallacy. You see, Anne Rice is not a politician, as far as I can tell. She's a world-renowned author, but I don't know anywhere in her history where she was part of the political spectrum. She's not a political pundit. She has no knowledge of inner workings of how politics works. And yet what she says, she states as fact, not her opinion. And she doesn't have anyone who are her fans telling her otherwise. And this is a problem, because the people who do tell her otherwise, she ignores as trolls. Because the majority of the people who are talking to her are telling her she's right. She's perpetuating her own fallacy over and over and over again. So what is the celebrity fallacy? I'm going to do a couple of thought experiments with you. Don't worry, they're not going to hurt. I'm not going to make you download pictures of a cartoon frog or say that you like Mein Kampf or anything like that. I want you to just listen. Now, for the parameters of this thought experiment, everything that I'm going to say to you, you have to take as truth. Just pretend it's really happening. And then after I'm done setting up the scenario, all you have to do is listen to yourself. So, close your eyes. Unless you're driving while you're listening to this, take a deep breath and clear your mind. Are you ready? So, after you're done listening to this podcast, you go back to doing whatever you were going to do. You watching videos on YouTube, playing video games, working, who knows? All of a sudden, notifications start going off. Breaking news, urgent updates. So you decide, I'll take a look. And it's a news story. The story itself is completely horrible. A woman was found dead by her children. It just happens to be Angelina Jolie. There is physical evidence, there is photographic evidence, there are witnesses that Brad Pitt, in a jealous rage, killed Angelina Jolie. Not only is there evidence abound that he did it, but the police cannot find him and are saying he is on the run. Now, like I said, all you have to do is listen to yourself. Did you feel that? Inside? That air of disbelief. I chose Brad Pitt because he's universally liked by most people. The first thing that you thought, if taking what I said as truth, was that there's no possible way Brad Pitt could have done this. I don't believe it. He's too nice of a person. He does everything for charity. There's no way Brad Pitt could be a killer. There you have it. That disbelief that something like this could happen, just because of how popular he is what I'm talking about with the celebrity fallacy. I'm going to do another little one with you. Okay? Same parameters of the experiment. Clear your mind, take a deep breath, and whatever I say, take as truth that it's actually happening. So, after that horrible incident, you go back to doing what you were doing. More notifications start popping up. Oh, good. Maybe, just maybe, they found Brad Pitt. They brought him in for questioning. Only that's not it. As a matter of fact, it's a brand new news story. Again, something that sounds so outrageous. Donald Trump is broke. Up to the years leading to him running for president, he has been giving away his fortune, dollar after dollar, to orphanages, to hospitals, building homes for the homeless. He has done everything he possibly can that is generous and full of charity and goodwill. He is now working specifically for the American people and only earning what the President of the United States owns, which I believe is 250,000, I think 350,000 a year. There is evidence that he has done it in his bank accounts, witnesses to the fact that he has done these things. There's photographs of him being there. There is recorded conversations of him saying, "Leave my name out of it. This is just for you." Again, did you feel that? That disbelief immediately, and not believing that something like this could happen. In both cases, if you take, as I said, what I was telling you as truth, both cases have insurmountable evidence towards telling exactly what happened. In Brad Pitt's case, he has some damning items of evidence against him on top of the fact that he's running from the police. In the same instance, Donald Trump has photographs, recorded messages, and things of that nature to say that yes, he truly is broke, and because of this, he has given all of his fortune to charity. In one case, it's unbelievable that Brad Pitt could do that. He's such a nice guy. In the other case, Donald Trump is a greedy bastard, and there's no possible way that he would give away his fortune to anybody. These are two sides of the same coin. The celebrity fallacy can have positive and negative effects. It is all about trust you have in whatever celebrity is saying what they're saying. And believe it or not, there is examples everywhere. Just go onto Twitter. Why has this become prevalent, though? Why is it something that I am coining today? Well, think about 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, less than a generation. To talk to your celebrity crush or your favorite actor, you had to go to a convention that they were going to. You had to go to a photo signing. You had to go to a talk show that they're going to be on. You had to hope to bump into them or go find them on a television set or a movie set. You had to actively search them out. It was almost impossible to be connected to celebrities. Now, on the other hand, we have social media. And social media is the glue that bonds everything together. Everything revolves around it. At your fingertips, you have the ability to talk to whoever you want, celebrity or not. You can go onto Twitter right now, and if you love Nathan Fillion or Adam Baldwin or any celebrity, they have a Twitter. You can talk to them. Now, if they respond to you is up to them, but you still have that access you did not have before. And because of that, because of the access we have, we feel entitled to these celebrities. It's complete and utter PR. And what breaks down to the celebrity fallacy is trust. You see, as a civilization, we see people who are wrong as bad. And it's not necessarily true. We all have that friend that is genuinely wrong about most things. You like them, you bring them to your home, you hang out with them, you have fun with them, but you don't trust them. You wouldn't trust them alone. You wouldn't trust them with something important. That's because they're seen as bad. Being friends with them is actually going against the norm. It's why everyone generally hates politicians. They lie about everything. This fallacy comes into play so much more now. It's not just ad populum, where you can say, look, just because the majority believes it doesn't mean it's true. There's now people that have credibility behind it, that have the backing of thousands that you can now use as that example. Medically and scientifically, putting a jade egg in your vagina and keeping it there for a couple hours is bad. It develops bacteria. It can cause infection. Talk to a gynecologist. They'll tell you. If you want to strengthen those muscles, ladies, use Kegels, not a jade egg. But because Gwyneth Paltrow says it's true, it must be true. thousands of people buy her products because of her name behind it. It has to be true. I'm only bringing this up because you need to be aware of it. It's something that is happening because of social media today. The best way to argue against it is the same way to argue against most things. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. If it is confirming your bias, you need to question it. Which is why I used Brad Pitt. I love Brad Pitt. But if something like that happened, I'd be one of those thousands that are like, Brad Pitt couldn't be that. He could not kill Angelina Jolie. He's one of the nicest people out there. He's adopted half of Africa. Question the motives of the person behind it. In the case of Anne Rice, well, she doesn't like Donald Trump. That's obvious. So she's going to continually talk about things that she doesn't like about him. Are they true? Well, take a look at what she's saying. Take a look at the sources that she's coming from. Are they biased as well? Well, if they are, you need to second guess and take with a grain of salt what she's saying. In the case of someone like Gwyneth Paltrow in Goop, you need to ask yourself, what are they trying to do when they talk? Are they trying to sell you something? Well, if they are, can you trust them enough to buy it? All you have to do is question it. So, if you hear anyone else talking about this celebrity fallacy, I started it here, August 1st, 2017. I coined the term celebrity fallacy. Use it, spread it around, learn how to go against it, learn how to spot it and share it with your friends. But I'd like to know what you think of the celebrity fallacy. Am I completely off my rocker? Am I completely wrong in seeing this as an offshoot of the ad populum fallacy? Has someone else come up with this idea before me? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to follow me on any of the social medias, all of the links are down below. I'm going to put a link to Goop in the description box. I'm also going to put the link to the article that has pictures of Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp article for you to look for yourself. But as always, this has been Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.